Good morning, students. Please open page number 101 of your English textbook. We will continue with the remaining part of the chapter Papa Panau Special Christmas. In our previous video, we had seen the generosity of Papa Panau. He had called the sweeper in his house and he offered to him a hot coffee so that he could get some warmth in this bitter winter morning. Now let us continue with the remaining part of the chapter. Papa Panau watched him with satisfaction, but every now and then his eyes strayed to the window. It would never do to miss his special visitor. When the sweeper drank the coffee and when he got warmth, he felt very happy. Papa Panau felt very happy looking at the sweeper, but every now and then his eyes were towards the window and he was searching for the special visitor. He was searching as to when Jesus will come to meet him. Expecting someone, the sweeper asked at last. So Papa Panau told him about his dream. When the sweeper saw Papa Panau looking every now and then at the window, he asked Papa Panau whether he was expecting someone who is going to meet him. The Papa Panau told the sweeper about the dream. Well, I hope he comes, the sweeper said. You have given me a bit of Christmas cheer I never expected to have. I would say you deserve to have your dream come true. And he actually smiled. Now, what did the sweeper tell Papa Panau while leaving? I hope that the visitor whom you are expecting comes to meet you on the Christmas festival day. You have given me a lot of happiness which I never expected to have, and I had never got this happiness before also. I hope that your dream comes true. And he smiled and he went away. When he had gone, Papa Panau put on cabbage soup for his dinner and then went to the door again, scanning the street. After the sweeper had gone, Papa Panau now started to make his dinner, and for the dinner, he started to make cabbage soup. He put the cabbage soup for his dinner on the stove and went back to the door again, scanning the street, means looking at the street, examining part by part. He saw no one, but he was mistaken. Someone was coming. The girl walked so slowly and quietly, hugging the walls of shops and houses, that it was a while before he noticed her. What did Papa Panau see when he was scanning the street? That there was a girl walking slowly and quietly, hugging the walls of shops and houses, means touching the walls of shops and houses. She looked very tired and she was carrying something. As she drew nearer, he could see that it was a baby. And when she came nearer, Papa Panau saw that in her hands was a small baby wrapped in a thin shawl. There was such sadness in her face and in the pinched little face of the baby that Papa Panau's heart went out to them. So when Papa Panau observed that lady, he found that she was very sad and in her hand was a small baby, and that baby was wrapped in a thin shawl. Then he also observed that there was not only sadness on the girl's face, but there was sadness seen on the child's face also, on that baby's face also. That baby had a very thin face which had become pale from the cold or hunger. It seemed that the baby was feeling very cold and also the baby was very hungry. And Papa Panau felt pity for them. Papa Panau's heart went out to them. Won't you come in? He called, stepping outside to meet them. You both need a warm by the fire and a rest. So, what did Papa Panau do? He went out and told them that, won't you come in? You both, that is the girl and the baby, you both need a warmth by the fire and you need to rest for some time. The young mother let him shepherd her indoors, and to the comfort of the armchair, she gave a big sigh of relief. After getting this invitation, the young mother with a child came inside and sat on the armchair, and she gave a big sigh of relief. Means she was very contented, she was satisfied. I'll warm some milk for the baby, Papa Panau said. I have had children of my own. I can feed her for you. He took the milk from the stove and then carefully fed the baby from a spoon, warming her tiny feet by the stove at the same time. So now what Papa Panau told the girl, that I will bring some warm milk for the baby, and I know how to feed the baby, as I had my own children. So he took the milk from the stove and he carefully fed the baby spoon by spoon. On one side he was feeding the baby, and on other side he was warming up the baby's tiny feet by keeping them near the stove at the same time. She needs shoes, the cobbler said. What did Papa Panau said? That it's very cold and this baby's feet need shoes. But the girl replied, I can't afford shoes. I have got no husband to bring home money. I am on my way to the next village to get work. So, what did the girl say? That I am poor, I don't have any money, I can't afford to buy shoes because I don't have a husband who can bring money to my home. I am going to the next village so that I can get some work and so that I can feed myself as well as my baby. A sudden thought flashed through Papa Panau's mind. He remembered the little shoes he had looked at last night, but he had been keeping those for Jesus. He looked again at the cold little feet and made up his mind. And suddenly, Papa Panau remembered about yesterday's night. A thing flashed in Papa Panau's mind. He remembered about the little shoes that he had seen yesterday night in his dusty box. He thought that he had kept these shoes for Jesus. Then he again looked towards the baby's feet, and he realized and he made up his mind that he would give this pair of tiny shoes to the baby. Try this on her, he said, handing the baby and the shoes to the mother. He gave the tiny pair of leather shoes to the baby and and asked the mother to try these shoes on her. The beautiful little shoes were a perfect fit. The girl smiled happily and the baby gurgled with pleasure. When the baby wore that shoes, at that time the baby also expressed her happiness by making a bubbling sound. She gurgled with pleasure. You have been so kind to us, the girl said when she got up with her baby to go. May all your Christmas wishes come true. Now, the girl also gave blessings to Papa Panau and told Papa Panau that may all your Christmas wishes come true. You have been very kind to us. You gave us place to rest, as well as you gave my baby food, as well as a tiny pair of leather shoes from to get protection from cold. But Papa Pana was beginning to wonder if his very special Christmas wish could come true. Perhaps he had missed his visitor. He looked anxiously up and down the street. But Papa Panau was already thinking as to when the visitor would come to meet him, that is, when Jesus would come to meet him. He was looking anxiously up and down the street in a worried manner. There were plenty of people about, but they were all faces that he recognized. He saw many people moving from here to there in the street, but all the faces were familiar to him. He could recognize everyone. There were neighbors going to call on their families. They nodded and smiled and wished him happy Christmas. Or beggars, and Papa Panau hurried indoors to fetch them hot soup and a generous hunk of bread. So Papa Pana was observing all the while up and down the street, but he could find only his neighbors and recognized faces. Then he could find beggars moving here and there asking for food, and Papa Pana every now and then would move inside and bring some hot soup and bread for the beggars, and again went out hurriedly so that he couldn't miss he won't miss the important stranger. All too soon the winter dusk fell. When Papa Panau next went to the door and strained his eyes, he could no longer make out the passer-bys. Most were home and indoors by now anywhere. Now it was already night time. Everybody went indoors. Again, there was silence and quietness in the street. There were no passerbys. Everybody went indoors. He walked slowly back into his room at last, put up the shutters, and sat down wearily in his armchair. So he put down the shutters of his room and was very tired, and he sat in his armchair. So it had been just a dream after all. Jesus had not come. Then all at once he knew that he was no longer alone in the room. And after sitting in the armchair, Papa Panao began to think. He thought that it was just a dream and Jesus didn't come to meet me at all. And then, the very moment he thought of this, suddenly he found that he was no longer all alone in the room. This was not a dream, for he was wide awake. At first, he seemed to see before his eyes the long stream of people who had come to him that day. He saw again the old road sweeper, the young mother and a baby, and the beggars he had fed. So he realized that this was not at all a dream. Jesus had come to meet him in various form, in the form of a sweeper, in the form of the young mother and a baby, in the form of the beggars whom he had fed. As they passed, each whispered, "Didn't you see me, Papa Pana?" So as Papa Panau thought about these people, and when these people passed, they all asked Papa Panau, "Didn't you see me today, Papa Panau?" "Who are you?" he called out, bewildered. Now Papa Panau was confused and he asked the question, "Who are you?" The another voice answered him. It was the voice from his dream, the voice of Jesus. "I was hungry and you fed me," he said. "I was naked and you clothed me. I was cold and you warmed me. I came to you today in every one of those you helped and welcomed." And in return, what reply did he get? That I was hungry and you fed me. I didn't had clothes and shoes and you clothed me. I was feeling very cold and you gave me warmth. I came to you today in the form of everyone whom you helped and welcomed. Then all was quiet and still, only the sound of the big clock ticking could be heard. So Jesus came to Papa Panao in various forms, in the form of a girl and the baby, in the form of an old sweeper, in the form of beggars whom Papa Panao helped by giving food and soup. A great peace and happiness seemed to fill the room, overflowing Papa Panao's heart until he wanted to burst out singing and laughing and dancing with joy. So he did come after all, was all that he said to himself. He said to himself, he admitted the fact that Jesus had come to meet him in various forms. We will discuss about the notes of this chapter in our next video. Till then, read the entire chapter twice with proper pronunciation for better understanding. Thank you.